Did Armenia intentionally attack a civilian target? Or is it wartime propaganda? Who do you believe? How can you tell the difference? All right, this video here is not the bombing of the civilian target, but this is the retaliation by Azerbaijan. If you see down here, I think this is a Russian script. So this is, I believe, a drone camera footage, and this is supposedly, wait for it, there it is. So that is a strike, probably a drone strike on a moving vehicle. If you've moved to the end of this, it's, bodies lying all around. Okay, so this is recent. This was today. This particular clip only has 259 views. So, but I've seen the same clip being used. So this is destruction right here. It says destruction of the Nagorno-Karabakh regime defense minister, Jalal Harutyunyan. So this was a strike. Let's take that body off there. On his car, and the Azeris are blaming him for an attack. This is the guy. So this is the Azerbaijani Vision, or Azvision News from today. Armenian General Jalal Harutyunyan eliminated. The video footage showing the killing of the Minister of Defense of the so-called regime created in the occupied Nagorno-Karabakh region of Azerbaijan. All right, so they are claiming that he was killed in this attack, and the reason they're targeting him is because he ordered the bombing of the city of Ganja, or civilian targets in the city of Ganja. Now, I'm not going to go to that article, but in the Armenian side, reporting is he was severely injured and he's been removed from his duties to recover, and a replacement has been appointed. Now, regarding whether he's dead or alive, I don't know. The Azeris are claiming they got him, and the Armenians are claiming he's not. But the reason all this started is there's a guy who's been watching my videos, Ozgur Celik, I think that's how you pronounce it, Ozgur, Oscar Celik. There's a comment on a video I put up yesterday about Sogolon Talarian over on my Tales of Truth channel. And in that I show some Armenian soldiers, and upwards of 1,000 have died, and he's correcting me. Not 1,000, but 2,000 to 3,000 Armenians at least. Most are lying rotting on the battlefield. The footage is truly gruesome, and many have been reduced to scattered body parts due to devastating strikes. All right, I read that and I go, that's quite a different response than, say, great work, great informative video, keep up the great work, Talarian is a hero. So that stood out to me as a telling of a different temperament. And Ozgur, if you're watching this, I'm glad you're watching it, and I'm glad you're commenting. Here's more comments. I'll show more of his comments. But Ozgur, we are all trying to live peacefully. I mean, this whole thing started a month ago with attacks on Armenians. Yeah, it's our land, so let's bomb the hell out of them until they leave. I don't know. But so this is a comment on another video, Ozgur. You talk about the importance of distinguishing between civilian and military targets in this other video. He links to this YouTube video. I'm not going to watch that. It just shows a bombed out building foraging through the rubble. But this other link here is the one I just showed you. The defense minister, the evil son of a bee who gave the order to bomb the building in this other video. The defense minister of Artsakh, in quotes, Major General, has been relieved of his duties. So that in the Armenian newspaper, he's been relieved of his duties. The Azeris are saying he was killed. Maybe he's dead. Maybe he was injured and not quite dead and is going to die. Maybe he'll be fine. We don't know that yet. But in the fog of war, there's propaganda and there's truth. And sometimes if you don't delve into it, you'll never really get the facts straight. Either way, both sides have their narrative. So this is a little older, but this is talking about civilians killed in Ganja. And so this is the attack that the Azerbaijanis are claiming was ordered by the Nagorno-Karabakh military. At least 13 civilians, including 2 children, have been killed and more than 40 wounded. This is, again, Al Jazeera, and this is from over a week ago, 10 days ago, October 17th. And down here, Azeri officials said the Scud missile was fired from the Armenian territory, which the Armenians have consistently denied. Based on Armenia's defense ministry spokesperson's claims, Ganja is a military target because of the presence of some military units, battalions, and brigades in some defense industry factories, this guy said. And down here, Turkey, a close ally of Azerbaijan, condemned the attack and called it a war crime, which is a term I used in one of my other videos, that Azerbaijan is committing war crimes. So this is that same back and forth. Now, about the bombing of this building, there's plenty of different explanations. One, yeah, Armenia targeted it. Maybe they targeted it for a reason. There are some sides in conflicts that put military munitions and servicemen and important tactical targets in churches and schools and civilian neighborhoods. It's just a common practice. So that's a possibility that there were some storehouse of weapons in this neighborhood. It happens, and it tends to be, well, I don't want to call it the Muslim side because it's not really about the religion. It's just a different frame of mind in war, that you hide your weapons of war among the innocent of your own side, so that, number one, maybe the good people on the other side won't kill our innocent people, and also that if and when they do, then we have propaganda. Sure, they bombed this building and some civilians died, but there was artillery there. I don't know that that's the case. That's one explanation. Another explanation is it's a one wayward missile, potentially. Another explanation is perhaps Azerbaijan fired the missile, or there was another possibility is there was misinformation on the Armenian side, and they thought this was a military target. So there's all kinds of explanations, but they are seizing upon this one story. Literally, this is the only one. Ozgur and others that counter my narrative in my videos are saying, what about this? What about this? What about this one thing? Whereas on the Armenian side, their neighborhoods are being taken over, and their peaceful way of life. Let's go to this last article and finish up this one. So, Armenians should leave peacefully, she said. We don't want war. We just want to free our own motherland. All right. I'll read a little bit more of this, but I want to comment. Armenians should leave peacefully the land that they've lived in for centuries. You know, the Azeris will say, no, we were here 30 years ago and they forced us out. I don't know if it's this article or another one, but they're saying 1 million Azerbaijanis were displaced in the war in the late 80s and early 90s. 1 million Azerbaijanis. The land currently only has 150,000 Armenians and almost no other ethnicities. So 150,000 Armenians have displaced 1 million Azerbaijanis. Those numbers are just, so the inflation of those numbers and the way the rhetoric is presented, it's an over the top. And there's one side is clearly lying. And I want to read the rest of this, show you one more thing before the end of this video. But subscribe. I've gone too long without saying this already. Subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified when I post videos, and share this video. All right. People here view Nagorno-Karabakh as a missing piece of their territory. In other words, you're living in some other part of Azerbaijan, and there's this land way over there that you've never been to, that you've never lived on, that you don't know anybody who's ever lived on it. And you're like, wait, that belongs to us. Why are those people there? Let's go kill them and push them off. Unless they go peacefully, the land that they've lived on for centuries. The people here view Nagorno-Karabakh as a missing piece of their territory. That is both an article of faith and a well-rehearsed national narrative, which has the backing of the international community. Okay, so certainly a well-rehearsed national narrative is something for your dictator government to rally the people behind and point to any problems we have, it's because of them over there on that piece of land. I mean, that's it. If you're facing a global pandemic, let's say, and your people are losing their own livelihoods because every country is locking down, and you have to find a target to blame, how about those Armenians? At 22 years old, Ikhtar Razulov has never set foot in the disputed mountain region, but the clean-shaven young man with a boy band look says he's ready to die to get it back. I mean, he's 22 years old. Like, he's born after any of these conflicts, the main conflicts. When we met in Azerbaijan's capital, Baku, he had just signed up to fight. "I am ready to fight for my nation and my motherland with my soul and my blood," he said earnestly. "My father and my mother, my grandfather lived in those areas. My brother is fighting right now." And I wanted to read, Karabakh is Azerbaijan, he said. "Armenians came here and they did a lot of bad things to our nation. Of course, I haven't witnessed it, but I have heard about it." So that's propaganda. I'm sure there's bad things that happen in war, but this is just such a great map. So Ganja isn't even on this map, but these are the Armenian regions of Nagorno-Karabakh. There's fighting all around here. There are civilian targets being targeted even within Armenia over here. Let me show you just real quick. This is one little clip. This is from actually a tourist, Phoenix Tour Armenia. See this building right here? Look at this. This is in Nagorno-Karabakh. This is centuries old. There's a cross right there. This is not a Muslim mosque. This is a Armenian Apostolic Christian structure in Nagorno-Karabakh. This is an ancient place where Armenians have lived forever. This is on a mountain. It's not, they didn't ship all this here just to put it up for propaganda. This is tourist video. Let's look at this gorgeous land where these people have lived. Come and look at it. It's amazing. And I've been there and it's incredible. So as far as claim to the motherland, let's get the people out of our mother. Azerbaijan didn't exist 100 years ago, 104 years ago. Like, it came into existence and Stalin, the Soviet dictator, said, "Here's a land for you guys," right? They just created it out of nothing. This precedes that by centuries. All right, that's enough for now, propaganda. Ozgur, I'm going to try and address your inquiries. I didn't do a good job here, but I'm just trying to enlighten the people about what the narratives are going out there. Bye.